Hello, 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 and welcome to Larger Curves today, y'all. Welcome to Larger Curves. Let me run this again. Wait for some people to get in the house. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Curvies. Happy Friday. Welcome to Larger Curves. It's Friday. Are y'all feeling yourself? Are you feeling your light? Are you shining so bright? Are you matching the sun that everything exists because of in this universe? Are you matching the stars that you shine because of, that you came from? Are you? You better be, because that's what time it is, okay? For you, my curvies, to always be in your best and highest expression of the love that you have for yourselves, okay? Because we can't love nothing else if we don't love ourselves too, okay? So I hope that you guys are taking this and receiving this message from your light inside of you to never hide it under a bush and to shine it so bright for all the world to see. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here on Larger Curves. Go ahead and smash my buttons, because y'all know I love smashing. So smash my like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring my bell. Ring my bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video, and so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing in the YouTube streets, y'all. Speaking of the YouTube streets, they're hot like mom's hot flash, okay? They're hot like a 53-year-old going through menopause, okay? They're hot, and they're hot talking about none other than I had unloaded my iPhone movie, and that's where all of my tracks were, all of my sound effects that I used to use when I first started my channel. Were in my iMovie thing, and I used to use that also to edit my movies and stuff. And my son was like, "Mom, why are you messing with that? Get CapCut," right? And when the memory thing started being an issue with my iPhone, and I had just got the iPhone, this is a little digression, obviously. So when I had just got my iPhone, I'm thinking it's like a freaking Android, and when you need more space, you could just go get a new little space card and get more space, and your other stuff is on the other card, all safe and sound, and you don't have nothing to worry about, right? No. Leave it to a person that puts apples all over electronic devices to decide that you don't need all that. You buy the phone with as much storage as you're ever gonna get. So yeah. Leave it to a guy with apples all over everything to make that the rule. Okay. Yeah. I think somebody needs to upgrade the Apple maker and make that an option where you can just insert more memory or something instead of having to get that thing. Because, and then, anyway, it's a love relationship over here. Okay, it's a love. Let's get to these comments on this excellent Friday, where we're all existing and allowing others to exist as they need to without hurt, harm, or hindrance to anybody else, because that's only going to stop our shine, right? So first in the house, I have my mare. Merci beaucoup for you being in the house. Merci. Stephen Crisco, I haven't seen you in a minute. This is Stephen Crisco, right? Yeah. I love you. Thanks for being here. One of my day oneers. Thanks for being here. Shay B, thank you for being here. You know I love you, beautiful. And thank you for your feedback this morning. Wasn't that so odd that would be their deduction from looking at that? When in that, what we were talking about earlier on that flyer I sent you, I'm like, just like you, there can never be too much. We need to have more everywhere, please. And so that's what I'm intending to change. with the way that I market, is to have that stand out, which is the melanated, right? So thanks for being here, Ann. Mamere is saying hi to Shay B. I love it when the Curvies talk to each other because we're all connected. It's not just about me talking to you, talking at you through this device. This one doesn't happen to have an Apple on it, but through the airwaves, through the cyberspace, through the fiber optics, like on Willy Wonka. Remember when the little boy on Willy Wonka went into the TV? Like, that's what we can do pretty much, I guess. Anyway, so it's not just about me talking to you, but I like you talking to me, and talking to each other, because we have a beautiful curvy community that we've grown over here. Right on. Time Salvador, right on. Thanks for coming through from Memphis, Tennessee. Right on. Thanks for coming through. I love the country. Right on. Yeah. So the people are saying, hiya. How's it do? Oh, from Alberta. Alberta. Yeah, that's in Canada, if you guys don't know. Alberta's in Canada. But I think there's an Alberta in Georgia, too. I'm sure there's Albertas everywhere. I'm sure there's Oaklands everywhere, too. Are there Elk Groves everywhere? I'm not sure. I love it when you see, like, ring my bell, ring my bell. That's my channeling of Cher. Yes, of all people, Cher. I grew up on Sonny and Cher, and she would come out and do her little bump with anybody who came on to sing with her. And I love her bravado in her voice. Yes. And so that's where I go on Ring My Bell. I go right in there. Thanks for JB. Although my kids would not like it that you encourage this, okay? Because they have to put up with this all day. Mom's coming up off top. They'll say one word and mom would go into a 3-verse with a course medley, okay? I might do a high kick. They don't know what's happening, okay? So I don't know that they'd appreciate you encouraging me, Shay B, but I appreciate you encouraging me. And that's what I was saying. I was like, look, when I was a little girl doing this shit, my parents and everybody telling me to go sit down, be quiet, don't do that, sit down, sit down, sit down. I was expressing a talent that should have been nurtured and fed and freaking supported. But instead it was muted and it was told to change into something that was not natural. So now that I'm older, my son just said, Mom, you're stimming. The other day, he said, you're stimming when I broke out in the song. He said, Mom, you're stimming. I was like, what's that? He said, that's something that people with ADHD do. I was like, I'm going to have to go research that. I was like, is that a sign? And he's like, yeah, it is. And I don't know how he knows that. He's only 16. Anyway, let's get back to these comments. I love Kenya. I'm glad somebody does. I'm glad somebody does because I love everybody too. I love Kenya. I don't like her actions, but I love Kenya, And if it's true that what this headline right here says is that she did some explicit leaks of pics of Brit Eady gobbling peen at her Kenya Moore Hair Care 5th grand opening. Yes, as in 55th grand opening. She's been opening this hair spa as long as half as long as she by Sheree was trying to come up with patterns, okay? Okay. So this is her 55th grand opening. And it's never opened between filming, you guys. That's why it keeps on getting to be a grand opening, because it grand opens on the show for her storyline and then never opens again until she needs it for another storyline. And then she has another grand opening. She's been actually, this is her 6th grand opening, if you count the time that she grand opened at Marlo's wig event. When she busted in with the marching band talking about Kenya Moore Hair Care. So I don't like all of that. That's like too much. Marlo put a lot of effort into that event. Marlo worked hard on that event. Marlo paid for the security deposit on that event. Marlo selected the event. She marketed the event. She had people there for her event. And Kenya Moore, and her first grand opening, hijacked. That's how cheap she was, you guys. That's a sign of cheapness. She hijacked Marlo's hair wig event because she didn't. The only thing Kenya could afford was the marching band. Don't be confused. Okay? Because that was actually tacky. That wasn't funny. It wasn't cute. And now these days, she's always like, oh, don't come for my business. Don't come for my business. That's how I support da-da-da-da-da. Don't come for my business. But it's fine when Ken comes for people's business. It's fine when Ken comes for people's families. It's always fine when she does it. But ooh, this pot does not like to be called black, okay? She does. That pot calling the kettle black is not landing over here over at Kenya's house. She's like, what are you talking about? Who, me? She's like the villain victim of all time. Of all time is Ken right here, okay? So her 6th grand opening, allegedly per media takeout, and they've been right and they've been wrong. You know, I actually don't usually trust many websites that don't start with www. If you can see up there, this is just the HTTPS. It says it's secure though, but I feel like there's credibility with the www. Anyway, so they reported last night, right after the event. This is the oldest one, that allegedly Kenya went over after she cut a purple ribbon at the hair spa that she's opened again, that's been closed since the last time she opened it. She drew everybody's attention to the wall where she had easels. Oh, I didn't want to stop that. Wait a second. Darn it. Because we're going to go over that. Oh my God. What? Okay, there we go. So she had easels, allegedly, with revenge porn of Brit, Eady. And Brit, Eady is a newbie on the Housewives. And we know that Kenya has and just has a pattern of, she does a little hazing over there of the pretty new young thing. She does. Cough, cough, Portia. You know. So she has her ways. And allegedly, Kenya and this new girl have been having some type of beef, which I can find no record of. And they've been having a beef. And allegedly last night, Kenya unveiled an easel type situation, pulled down the curtain, and it was none other than Brit, Eady gobbling peen. I think it says, it's going to say angrily or aggressively or something. So the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta just had its first blockbuster moment with Kenya Moore. I call her Ken. Her ex called her Ken lovingly. I said I love her, so I call her Ken lovingly also, but it's also shade. Ken Moore attends the special screening of Lifetime's Abducted. Okay, yeah, right. Media Takeout was exclusively in attendance. So last night, digression. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell if you haven't already. I love your support in any way. So you can cash at me. You can do a super sticker. You can have t-shirts. Have you guys seen the t-shirt with the red stiletto? Have you seen the t-shirt and the pillows with the red stiletto? Do you know what that says? Yeah, it's for people who can go there. Okay, go check it out. Go check it out. Look for the one with the red stiletto. I'm not going to ruin it for you because it's not PG friendly, but it is hilarious. Okay, I thought it was hilarious. That's why I put it on merchandise. Anyway, so Media Takeout was in attendance last night at the grand opening of Kenya Moore's hair spa. Michelle, another content creator who I love and adore, who's well known throughout Atlanta and focuses only on Atlanta, and is I love her. I consider her a YouTube friend for sure, for sure. None other than Michelle, the blog goddess, right? So she was supposed to go to the party last night. She got invited because they wanted to have bloggers at this event. Okay. So she gets an invite. She responded, she RSVP'd to the invite. And those who don't follow her might not know that she made an appointment at the salon because based off of what it said online, it was open, and it accepted an appointment from her. So she gets there and there's nobody there. So she did a review about it. I think she went live about it, you guys. And yeah, I think it was a live. And she was like, let's go to the hair spa. And nobody was home. So then everybody's talking about it. And then somebody else posted that they had an appointment and they got there and nobody was there. And then somebody else posted that they got there and I think the lady's hair came home itching or something like that. We'll look it up. And so it's been like, touch and go to the point where she can have a 6th grand opening because it's not open between seasons, you guys. Okay. Ultimately, you guys are going to have to listen to the phone call where Michelle gets uninvited. They were like, oh yeah, we got your, yeah, you guys are going to have to listen to the entire thing because it was a recorded conversation because they're in Georgia and you only need one party consent. So it was recorded. And we got to hear somebody from Ken's sphere call and uninvite Michelle. So back over here to this exclusive attendance for the grand opening. Media Takeout was exclusively in attendance. So I can see this being true if in fact this was blogs and stuff going, right? Media Takeout is hot. I wonder if B. Scott was there because I hear that Kenya Moore likes B. Scott's, used to tell B. Scott all the stuff too, allegedly. Like how Teresa Von Teese does, allegedly. So first, the good. Kenya's new salon is amazing. It's beautiful. It's upscale. She opened up the 2nd floor. Everything's purple and white. But okay, so here it's saying she's been having an ongoing feud with the new cast member, Brit Eady. We're not going to go into exactly what started the beef because I don't think anybody freaking knows. Why aren't we not going to go into it? We don't know. We're not paying attention. They're not even on our TV screens. They're only in our purview. They're not they're very peripheral right now. Why? They need this for context because for the headline to be that it's revenge porn, okay, I need to know where exactly this started to end up with revenge porn on a TV show. But Miss Kenya Moore used her spa opening to make sure that she let Brit know who she was dealing with. So allegedly there's been a feud and Brit Eady was in attendance along with the other housewives. We know that Portia was there, Cynthia was there, Shamia was there. Yes. So shortly after Kenya made her grand entrance and cut the purple rope, she walked over to a series of posters she had set up and asked for the crowd's attention. Now, there were cameras, producers, everybody. The spot was hot. They were making people that walked into the event sign a thing that gave like a release so that your face could be on the thingamabob. Okay, like so it was like it was in full effect. Okay, so she gets the crowd's attention, and Media Takeout confirmed that Ken did the unthinkable. She uncovered posters which showed very explicit graphic images purportedly of her rival Brit with a large peen in her mouth. The entire crowd gasped in awe, both at Ken's audacity and by the manner that Brit, or whoever it was aggressively eating the peen in the photograph. It says it. I did not make it up. Okay? Media Takeout is not able to repost the image because of common decency and revenge porn laws. Dun, dun, dun! Okay? It's about to be a showdown. It's about to be a showdown. You guys. What's up with Bravo? So Ariana Madix, Scandival, revenge porn, allegedly getting us all the way to the court now. Eavesdropping in revenge porn. Okay? And now, if this is true, I could actually see her doing something like this. Because this is what I really think of Kenya. Like, I really think she has this in her based off of her actions since we saw her day one with all that flirtatiousness with Apollo. I don't care if he was receptive to it. That wasn't the right thing to do, bitch. That's not a good way to start off. You never get a second chance at a first impression, Ken. And I happen not to have witnessed you get crowned Miss USA. So your first impression to me was me seeing you chase after freaking Apollo. When there's a bajillion men in Atlanta who you could have flirted with excessively and crossed many lines with. Okay? But people are like, that makes good TV. That's what makes Ken awesome. I say opposite. I say if she was doing that in real life, she would get handled. She would get handled like in real life. She would. If that's how she conducted herself in real life, is to be around her friends' men and then be inappropriate with them, over flirt with them, all of that, dollars bet and won, that she would have caught hands at the least. Translation, somebody would have tried to mollywop her ass. Mollywop, whoop that ass, beat up harshly, pummel. You can bet. Because that's not an acceptable behavior in real life. So for people to say it makes good reality TV, I'm like, not so much. Anyway, let's get back to the article. Kenya, to her credit, wait. After Kenya's big reveal, pandemonium ensued. Brit immediately started yelling and had to be escorted out by security. Brit's friend Portia then also left. Now there's a little something going on with that, because Portia had said the other day in like her Amazon Live that her and Ken were getting along fabulously, and she was loving their new relationship and their new Kiki's time. And she walked in talking about Kenya more hair care, Kenya more hair care, and gave her big hugs and kisses like 3 seconds before that. If this timeline is literally like you cut the rope, come in, look at these peen pics. So Brit's friend Portia then also left, seemingly upset with Kenya. Ken, to her credit, stayed calm. The gorgeous housewife, pretty to get you far, allowed the chaos to die down and then continued with her spa event. The food and beverages offered were divine, by the way. You guys. So I don't doubt, really, that media takeout was not there. It was literally an event that they specifically encouraged and wanted bloggers to come to. And we know this firsthand for the people that are going to go and follow and watch over at Michelle's house over here on the YouTube streams, right? Do you believe it? Now, I personally believe that happened. But also, what they're saying happened is, let's unshare this for a moment. Get at some of these comments. Hey, mother of all prompts. Right on. Thanks for coming through. I met her in person. She's even more beautiful in person. I bet. I've always loved Kenya. People say she's nice. She was a delight. So warm, super sweet. If Kenya exposed Brit, she's dead wrong. Right? Thanks for being here, Annette. Allie from Miami. Thanks for coming through, darling. Good to see you as always. Yeah, it's always sad when people find, yes, that they're jerks to fans, right? Yeah, definitely. Not a fan of Kenya. She's desperate now to keep her job and promote her hair salon. And she's jockeying for the #1 position on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which there has not been an HBIC since Nene Leakes left. Nene Leakes left. The alliance got her out. Candy thought that since she was #2, she was going to become #1. And it just became she was co-2 with Kenya. There was not an in-charge person on that show since. They were doing a co-2. Kenya thinks that now that Candy's gone, she's going to be #1. But if this is true, this revenge porn, if this is true, this is not only going to never make her never a villain again, which she's been crying about. Oh, I'm a villain. And Michael Rappaport, I only liked him in Zebrahead, and I liked him a couple more times. I haven't liked a lot of the stuff he says a lot lately, but he did say that Kenya Moore is a forever villain. Zaleen is in the house. Right on. Thanks for coming through. I wouldn't put nothing past Kenya. Right. She has a slick mouth, and she can be very malicious in her intent. Very malicious in her intent. Yeah, that's not cool if she did that, right, Shavy? I never liked Kenya, but then the crab cake incident sealed the deal. She's evil, right? She invited those people over, had her daughter so nobody could even have fun, and had no food, no chef, no nothing. I'm confused. I'm still asking questions. Can somebody put it in the chat? So when they go on these cast trips at work, are they literally paying for it out of their pocket? Because Ken's broke, if that's the case. She doesn't even feed people on her trips, you guys. It's every woman for herself dealing with the trip with Ken, right? and her eating those crab cakes and nobody else had ate or anything. And she was like, well, go get something. That was not cute. I think it's always, I was like, because I have a soft spot for her. I feel bad what she went through as a child. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. And that also, okay. So for that right there, yeah, I feel horrible about that too. And she should get help with that and stop being evil towards people. For real help. Good afternoon, Be More Shorties in the house. Be More Shorties in the house. What's good? Did the tornado touch you, Be More? Because they had 9 tornadoes in Baltimore yesterday. I hope you're okay. And did they get that bridge up yet and move that boat? Are those 21 people off the boat yet? Have they got to call their loved ones yet? That's like ridiculous. Ridiculous. I have a friend in China and they DM'd me and they were like, what, has there been any news on the bridge? Did they get the bridge taken care of yet? And I sent her the article and I was like, no, it's not up yet. And she's like, that's taking a long time. She said, here in China, we built a hospital in 7 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they be putting stuff up like they're Amish. Like, they just get it done. And over here, we're like, who's doing what to where? Just creating invoices. That's what I feel like happens here. They're just creating invoices. Because I'm for sure that would have been up and almost reassembled by now if it was other countries. For sure. Just with their ingenuity and everything alone. Yes. Because Dubai, I mean, look at freaking Dubai. They built that up. So look how fast they shipped in sand and then built on top of it. And they do that fast. And the bridge is still not up. We can look that up too. Excuse my manners. Hello, chat. Right on, Zelene. No worries. Exactly. I give her a lot of grace because of her mom. I can't imagine how that affected her. Obviously, it affected her where she's nice sometimes and very mean and malicious at other times. And yes, and she goes to hell. They go low, she goes to hell. Because also allegedly, the reason that Kenya did the reason that Kenya showed the pictures was because in their rift, in their fight that nobody knows or wants to tell me why is happening, is that allegedly Brit said something about Brooklyn. And so she was going ballistic with this by putting these pictures up. Yes. Hi, Erin. How many? Yes, so many. We're up to 6 because we're going to go ahead and count the one that she did when she crashed Marlowe's. When she crashed Marlowe's wig thing with the marching band, she was launching Kenya More Hair Care, remember? And so we're going to count that one. And then she's had several more since then. She had the CVS thing. She had the Sally's thing. She had the first time she got her spa. She had last season, and now she's having this time. So it's been a number of times. Okay. Yes. Hi. Yes, right on. Let's see. Kenya should be ashamed of doing that. What if Mark did revenge porn? Yes. I don't know if they actually have any revenge porn. I kind of don't think that they were ever together, in my opinion. They never acted very affectionate. I never saw him kiss her. Like, even the picture of them at the wedding was of them on the beach facing each other. I didn't see, like, I'll have to go back and see if I can find a kiss picture. Yeah. So I don't know if he would have any porn. I don't know. I hope it's relaxing, Erin. Yes. Yes, smash all my buttons because you know how much we love smashing. Ring the bells. You know what's up. I wonder if Kenya got those. Yes. So how would she have gotten those kind of pictures? People are like, oh, I wonder if production gave it to her. Oh, I wonder if production put her up to it. Even if they did, Kenya's a whole woman. If she still chose to put that sheet down like that, that's disgusting. If somebody does that to Brooklyn later on in life, she'll feel really upset about it. If somebody did that to her now as a mother, she would be really upset about it if it wasn't like in Hustler magazine or something like that, where it was her choice to have it out like that. And then somebody says, they're like, oh, does Brit Eady have OnlyFans or anything? Like, was it already up for public use? But even if it is, for her to use it in a malicious manner, that has nothing to do with her grand opening, you guys. I think it could qualify as revenge porn because she was doing it to get revenge, allegedly, for her talking about her daughter, allegedly. And it was explicit pictures that she didn't have the consent to use. That sounds like revenge porn. I'm like, look, she has a lot to lose. Yes, I watched it. Yes, yesterday, that's what I was saying. So yesterday she went live from in front of the event, and she also posted the recorded conversation of them uninviting her because she was supposed to be there too. She would have been able to tell us this was true or not, because everybody is really questioning media takeout. Everybody's I've talked to so far, everybody is like, on the source of this information. But because it's a blog source, I'm saying I believe it because Michelle was supposed to be there. Yes, have a nice relaxing evening. Kenya is getting that money, which is good. I just saw her on Nurtec commercial for I saw that commercial here too. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even know she got migraines. She's never talked about debilitating migraines on RHOA that I know of. That could have certainly absorbed at least one of these grand openings so we don't have 6 of them. A migraine storyline would have been fantastic. I have a friend who suffers from migraines so bad that she I always thought crying made headaches worse, but they made her cry. She needs the lights off. She needs to run water on her wrists and like all kind of things to try to get rid of these migraines that can last for days, and she still has to operate in life. That would have been some. And if she is suffering from migraines, that right there, I'll have way more grace for her than the abuse that her mother put her through. Because when you're in your 50s, I don't feel like you get to still use that type of childhood trauma. So I'm sorry, because she was, I don't know. I don't agree. Because a lot of parents are doing the best they can, even when it's horrible. Can you imagine being around somebody who doesn't want you there? Can you imagine having grown up around a woman who didn't want you? So while she misses it and is like, damn, that hurts. Can you imagine how much more it would have hurt had her mom let her be around her hate? Can you imagine? This is a double-edged sword. Because, yeah, I can imagine. That's crazy. Tisa Tells thinks things may get dangerous by the end of the season. Yeah, because allegedly, is it the Neighborhood Talk? I think is over here. Let's go here. Let's go. I was on Brit Eady's page. Let's go here. Neighborhood. I am so happy. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? So today I am so happy.
So at first I wasn't gonna say nothing because like.
Oh, sorry, you guys. See my dyslexia? Did you guys just see that?
I am so happy.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up?
So today I am so happy. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Tune in. Today is a happy.
Oh, sorry, you guys. Let me take this. Tisa Tells thinks it might get dangerous, and I'm looking for the thing that says that allegedly Brit told Kenya that she has in her purse a pow for bitches like her. Allegedly, that's what she said. And I'm like, if she said that after the reveal of these pictures, that makes sense. But Neighborhood Talk didn't say anything about that statement in the article that we just read. And on another blog, they're saying that it happened 2 weeks ago. And I'm just trying to figure out, if it happened 2 weeks ago, why are we just now hearing about it, right? Why are we just now hearing about it? Here we go. Let me send it to myself from myself. Here we go. Here we go. So we just got this in. I'm going to put this back up for us so we can share. Put this up. Add to the stage.
Guys, would you believe that I just finished making these low carb cinnamon?
Okay. So, exclusive details. RHOA's alleged gun threat, pow threat, was allegedly the result of Kenya showing explicit images of newbie Brittany Eady sucking peen. Kenya and the Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Eady get into a heated altercation. Threats allegedly involved a pow and more. And then this person's name, Eric Robinson, and he's a photographer, I believe, says, I am still trying to recover myself. I couldn't even take a photo. My mouth fell on the floor and I'm just in awe. Like that was the most deadliest scene probably ever filmed on the franchise. Drew Sidora said, I'm flabbergasted with the picture of Patrick Starr. So those reactions sound like the Neighborhood Talks rendition of bringing everybody in and immediately showing explicit photos of Brit gobbling peen would leave somebody to feel like that was one of the most deadliest scenes probably ever filmed on the franchise, especially if it was followed up with the words, I have a pow in my purse for bitches like you. Like those two things together at the same time would be like, OMG, where is this franchise going? To the ghetto much? Oh my gosh, like what's happening? What's happening? This is supposed to be the Real Housewives franchise, luxury, kiki, fun, good time. It's supposed to be some conflict, lots of resolution, championing women, supporting women. You know what I'm saying? This is devolving. And this is the first event, you guys, of the season. And look, the sister show over in Potomac, at that first event, there was Giselle showing her ass, kicking people out because they went to 2 events in one night. So just both seasons are starting off very look, I don't want to insult anybody. I don't want to insult the people. But yes, low class. This is very low vibrational stuff happening. Very low vibrational stuff. Because even if Brit did say something about Kenya's daughter, that happened before filming, obviously. Obviously, that happened before filming. So for you to get yourself in the first frame of framing and decide to use explicit revenge porn style tactics as revenge to comments made that you feel somehow obscured your daughter's reputation or beingness. I don't feel like the two match. I feel like she's bringing a M80 to a water gunfight. You know what I'm saying? That's like darts and axes. Kenya has a lot to lose, by the way. Revenge P can take a lot. We can look at what happens in Georgia with revenge porn. But yeah, so neither Kenya or Brit have discussed anything yet. But if it's true, then the comment is warranted, in my opinion. Even if the revenge porn was in something that you feel like I said against your daughter, like to show me in an explicit situation in front of all these strangers and press and everybody, is almost like you're intending to mass distribute the revenge porn that you're using against me to malign me. By the way, Brit is a millionaire from insurance. I'm in insurance. I'm trying to get to millionaire status too. So it's really nice to have her on there doing her thing, representing. And so she has millions to go ahead and tie Ken up in some court proceedings for some time. She has millions she could pull a Caroline Manzo. She could pull a Caroline Manzo right now and sue that she doesn't want this aired and tie up this episode even. You know? And if it came out that production had anything to do with it, OMG, the whole season could be a wrap and on a shelf. Could you imagine? Wrapped. Shay B, prescription, and they are really expensive, but the contract pharmaceutical company give you coupons to cover pills, 1,000. It's very evil. Yeah, these pharmaceutical things, it's so interesting that, yeah, all I know is Dr. Seavey's onto something. That's all I could say. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want them to mute me or nothing. But $1,000 a pill is a hustle. Because can you imagine how much stress that's causing on somebody who's already sick? And everybody knows that stress is the freaking petri dish for disease. Duh. So you're supposed to be, you're already vulnerable state. Your immunity is already compromised. And they're going to stress you out with the thought that the pill that's going to make you better and keep you alive is a fucking $1,000. That's sad. That's really sad. So messed up. I'm sorry you're going through that, darling. Bless your heart. When I'm president, all that's gonna change. You hear me? All that's gonna change. How are you feeling? Yes, chemicals, fluorescent lights are the cause, but it could also be hormonal imbalance. Yes, yes, yes. Fluorescent lights, the chemicals, yep. Not only the chemicals in the food. I mean, I've been like making everything from scratch lately. I've just been on a scratch mission, okay? Because it tastes better, doesn't have 85 ingredients. You shouldn't have like 32 ingredients in fried chicken. There should not be. And it's not even seasoned like that for me. So that's not 32 seasonings. It's the chemicals, you guys. And then the shit they spray in the air. Oh my gosh. Don't get me started. I haven't taken you guys to level 8 in a while. Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't tempt me. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you have them. See, Shaby. So you already sympathized with Kenya. Doesn't that make you sympathize with her more, knowing that she suffers from these? If in fact she does, she could just be selling them. I'm not sure if you have to be a user of the product all the way, or how bad hers are or anything, but bless your heart, Shaby. You're always so upbeat and stuff, in my opinion, also. Like, so shout out to living through that pain. Like, that's crazy. Sometimes I think with things like that also is like people who are afflicted with certain types of things, like migraines could be pressure because maybe you're like your specialness makes it so that you feel the pressure of this realm more so than others, and it causes that to come out as a migraine. So like really you're special, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know, I'm weird. Yes, feel better. Yes, well, we do love a good chat, don't we, Mamere? You don't believe Kenya did this? I do, unfortunately, Anne. I know she has a lot to lose. I know she does, but she is also maniacal. And it was an event that the people were all supposed to be there at together. So the bloggers were in full effect. So for Media Takeout to say that they were present when it happened, they said they were exclusively in attendance. And we know that it was a blogger driven, a blogger heavy event, because other bloggers we like on the YouTube streets went live yesterday about the experience. So they could have in fact been in the house. They reported on it first. Nobody else has really said anything. Kenya hasn't said anything. Brit hasn't said anything. I don't know that Portia said anything. I don't put it past her. Unfortunately, I don't put it past her. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I believe she is nice in person and on TV. She's maniacal. She's evil. She does things to shock people. She is very, very, very mean girl. She's the forever villain for a reason. She wants to be she wants to be a victim so bad. But if this is true, this is just another example of why she'll never really be a victim, because she's always doing something wrong on the show. People always say that in her real life, oh, I love Kenya. She was so nice. Oh, she's the sweetest. Oh, that. But on this show, she is jockeying for a position. She wants to be good TV. And that would have been fantastic TV, except for that it's revenge porn and evil. I'm so sorry you both suffer from them. Yes. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, that whole pinching your hand thing probably doesn't work. Like, I don't know. And you just have to, it's just like constant. Yeah. I can imagine. I love you. I'm sending you lots of positive energy. Just virtually absorbing any of that pressure and releasing it so that you can feel better. I have seen a documentary about clusters. Oh, yeah. Oh, suffer isn't a strong enough word. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't like that Bravo has cheap. Yes. Okay. So back to that. So who pays for this stuff? Who's paying? So was the reason Kenya only had food for herself on that trip when Bolo was there was because she had to pay for everything? Or does the show pick up the tab? Like, what's really going on? And I think it's the show that picks up the tab, because remember when Marlo finally got a cast trip, Ken wouldn't leave when Marlo tried to kick her off, because she was like, you didn't pay for that. This is a cast trip. I don't have to go anywhere. I could stay. And had Marlo been paying for it, she could have been like, bitch, I'm paying for this. You better get your ass out of here. You know what I mean? Job or no job, you better go find another place to be at. Right? And so, yeah. So real New York gets lavish. We know who gets the lavish one. Nene already told us. All roads lead back to Nene Leakes. All of the roads. She already told us they get treated different. She already told us they had to pay for stuff out of their pockets. She already told us. The treatment is different. Worked harder, longer. Expected to endure way more than the snowflakes in New Jersey. You better show up and freaking dance and shuck and jive for us. We don't care if you got some mental stuff going on. We do not care. We don't care if the husbands have to bring security and the husbands is mad. We don't care. When it's Real Housewives of Potomac in Atlanta, they don't care. They make these ladies show up under the most oppressive conditions. The snowflakes of New Jersey and the snowflakes of New York get hiatuses. They get breaks because it's so exhausting being evil. Oh my God. And then we're going to have to answer for it in front of people that we were evil in front of. Oh my gosh, it's so exhausting. I don't know how we're going to be in the same room together, knowing that we sent screeners to all the blogs and made up storylines on blood relatives. I don't know. Oh my, and we contacted the lady in the halfway house. I don't know how we're going to be in the same room. Do we have to show up, Andy and Bravo? Do we have to? Nene went to them and said, I have mental shit going on. And they said, bitch, if you don't get your ass inside that screen on the computer, and then fired her when she closed its own. And New York got a hiatus and a reboot. Never had to answer for the treatment that they gave Ebony. Never had to answer for Ramona's hard R of the N word. Never. But Candace better find a way to move forward in Potomac. Candace better find a way to move forward in Potomac. Okay? And Nene better sit there and take it at reunion after reunion, regardless of her mental state, of what she's going through personally when her husband was dying of cancer. Well, living with cancer until he passed. I'm appalled that New Jersey gets a break, you guys. But it's just more freaking the slip that shows it Bravo, they walk around all Hollywood with their slip showing, and the slip says racist, loves criminals, bigots, and cons, all on the bottom of their slip. Deplorable. And that's why Kenya will probably actually get rewarded for this, if you think about it. It's right on brand for Bravo. It's right on brand to allow Ariana to be made victim when the rumor was, people said that they saw the tape. People said they saw it. And now everybody's like, no, I never sent it anywhere. I never sent it anywhere. I never saw it. Whatever. And now with this, if this is true, no, actually, the way Bravo rolls is that Ariana could get a spinoff, even if she's found guilty of revenge porn and eavesdropping. And Ken will get thrown under a bus and have to go on an apology tour. Because remember the year that Luann did Black Body and went as Diana Ross to the Halloween party with a huge afro and everything? And her skin wasn't orange hued like a regular spray tan. It was very brown, you guys, even on her face. And she was like, I'm Diana Ross. I'm Diana Ross. Remember? They didn't make her say nothing. There was no statement released by Bravo. Crickets. Look at Kenya. Her hair implies that she has some type of indigenous beingness in her, which some people could call Native American in this country. And remember that year that she dressed up like Pocahontas for Halloween? And Bravo said that they didn't condone it and made her go on an apology tour about culturally appropriating indigenous culture, which she's obviously a part of. She's part of somebody's indigenous culture. Kenya dressing up like Pocahontas is realer and less offensive than Luann and Black Body for Shirley. But they didn't. They had crickets when Luann did that, but they made this woman go on an apology tour. So I feel for Kenya also sometimes, when this time is necessary. But if she did this is wrong. This is just wrong. Yes, Mademoiselle said it was evil. It was her cast trip. Everyone was getting there hungry. Yep. And she only ordered for herself and ate in front of them. Candy had to beg for a bite. And Candy be hangry. No, thank goodness. I wasn't affected by the tornadoes. And thank the Lord, the Red Cross has been coming through different areas to help families with disaster relief. Oh, that's excellent. Kenya needs serious counseling. That's what I think. She could use a lot of serious counseling. The Key Bridge will take about 2 to 3 years. All the workers whom perished are recovered. The Dolly has transported Port of Baltimore crew being questioned by the FBI. Long process. Oh, bless their heart. Yeah, because the the overpass was being worked on by workers on the physical concrete of the bridge, which is why traffic was limited at the time, because otherwise that bridge would have been full of bumper to bumper morning traffic at the time of the bridge collapse there in Baltimore. So God works in mysterious ways. So I'm so glad that people were recovered. Yes, very long process, but other countries, it would not take 2 to 3. Well, maybe it would. Who knows? Why can't they just get that? I see all the time on Instagram, there's some floating freeway that goes for quite a distance in Japan, and the cars just ride on it, and it just goes bloop, 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 bloop over the water. Can't they do something like that? Triggers, raw onions, hormones, can't drink liquor. Interesting. So it sounds like those are allergic reactions that you're having to these things in a way. Yeah. My friend, she's allergic to liquor. She started getting horrible migraines. She went from drinking fifths to getting migraines, and she went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, you're allergic to alcohol. She's like, well, damn, when did that happen? Because I was just drunk 3 months ago. Actually, isn't being drunk a form of an allergic reaction too? Kenya, I'm sure will be sued for slander and defamation of character. Yes. Sexual orientation is the crime otherwise known as sexual extortion is the crime otherwise known as revenge porn. See, that's a crime, and if she did it, she has so much to lose. This is beyond trying to be good TV. She should have researched revenge porn first if this in fact is the case, because this is a felony in Georgia. I looked it up. Yes, Michelle ATL had the scoop from Peter Thomas. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so that's what she was talking about. So yes, on the live yesterday, she was like, she went mute. Peter was on the phone, and then all of a sudden it went mute for 2 minutes, and then she was like, I was mute. She was like, oh my God, I just got an earful. You guys won't believe. Oh my God, that happened. So that even gives me even more. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the last 5 minutes of that live. Oh my gosh. Because son had to go to freaking drum lessons, and so I got off the live early. Oh my gosh. So I think we just got confirmation. If Peter Thomas, who would have heard from Cynthia Bailey, who was there, because they were just doing that podcast together, because Peter Thomas is doing a podcast now that all the restaurants are closed, allegedly. I think that's what's happening. And Cynthia was over there, and she was telling the story about how she would have never even went on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys, had it not been for Peter saying, no, you should go, you should do this, and supported her in going. Me either. I didn't know she got migraines, right? That would have been a good story instead of another hair opening. Or putting the time, okay, where she could have slipped the migraines in was the time it looked so pathetic when she was putting those clothes for Mark in the empty closet, and they all had the tags on them still, and she was trying to pretend like he comes over. Remember? When she was still trying to pretend like they were really married, and she was crying in his empty closet, and everything in there still had tags on it, you guys. That was sad to witness. And I would have much rather heard about her migraines than a fake marriage plot. Clary Sage is really good for balancing hormones. Nothing like America. Brit gonna be taking over Rowdy role besides Portia. Yeah, she very well could, because she got it. I'm starting to think they want people to have all kinds of issues. They need to buy medicine. It is, okay? So my grandma, rest in peace, she passed, and she had 19 medications she was on. And the medications were medications for the side effects caused by the other motherfucking medications, y'all. It's too much. It's diabolical. If we just eat right, stay hydrated, exercise, and do things to prevent that from happening. Because once they try to get you one pill, they're like, oh, you need this other one. Because they already know the one they just gave you does something else that you're going to need this one for. This is go. This is too much, right? Pows are involved. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Kenya, but I cannot believe Kenya would go that low. Look, Peter Thomas may have confirmed this, and I'm actually going to look for it now. And see, let's go over here to there she was right there. Let's go right here. Yep, see, look. I was busy doing work.
Okay, so Kenya forgave you. Y'all made up.
Kenya ain't forgave me. See, and then the phone goes mute, and they sent me an I wasn't going anywhere. And then it goes mute, and then she's explaining the story about how she does that. Listen. But I didn't respond. I was like, don't make them sweat. Today I'm getting texts. I'm gonna make them sweat. And my friend was like, call back and see the next day. Tomatoes, Giselle. Right? Yeah. They're both starting off very low vibrational, very not luxurious. Nobody with real Louboutins is threatening to pow somebody, and nobody with real Louboutins, if I'm even saying that right, is showing revenge porn at their freaking event. If you're really luxurious, you're not doing this stuff. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I don't know. And I'm not even ultra luxurious yet. I just feel like that's just not something that I don't do that now. And I feel like I really wouldn't do it then. Yes, children should be off limits, same as Revenge P. So they're saying allegedly Brit had said something about either her parenting or Brooklyn specifically, which is allegedly what led to the revenge porn, but nobody knows because nobody's telling us the story. So now the thing went mute. And I think it's for a minute, it's going to be mute. We'll wait till we hear her voice again. Okay, so your niece, bro. Oh no, your blue light blockers. Oh no. You know, my dad, he used to wear sunglasses all the time because it hurt his eyes. I love everything I hear Andy saying. Housewives is not love and hip hop, right? Right? In New Jersey, it can be. It can be. What was that show with Snooki and them? It could be Jersey Shore, but Atlanta and Potomac better not be hip hop. Whatever, Andy. Actually, you can turn down your light setting. Why would that's the money question. If this is in fact true, why would she risk this other than she feels like it's going to be good TV? She's always doing extra for the TV. And then for this guy to say that was the deadliest. This guy was there to take pictures. Eric Robinson was there to take pictures and says he was still trying to recover himself. He couldn't even take a photo. Mouth on the floor in awe. Deadliest scene probably ever filmed on the franchise. And I can't see him really saying that just from the statement of the pow in my purse. But the statement along with revenge porn, I could definitely see being flabbergasted and floored. You know what I mean? Yeah, something definitely happened, you guys. Go check out where's the you guys go check Michelle out over there, and she has footage. Yeah. So it does seem that she got an earful. So it could be some more information. You have to go over there and like and subscribe over there because she be dropping the nuggets. She gets all the behind the tea all the way in Atlanta. So she lives right there. So she knows she was actually there last night on the outside. She did not see the actual inside of the event because she'll tell you the story and let you hear the recording of how they asked her not to come. Somebody from Ken's team asked her not to come. So, okay. Let's see. Pows involved, strained eyes, children off limits, hip hop. Yes, that's where we were. Why would she risk losing everything in a lawsuit by doing that? I Yeah, sensitivity is a good setting. I use that too. Just because I feel like my eyes were being exposed to too much brightness, Yeah, I heard about Botox too. Big Pharma is a hustle. Yes. Yes. I'll fix everything. Okay. I'll fix everything. That first 100 days bullshit. No, we getting right to work. Right to work. Because I've been a citizen long enough to know what the fuck needs to get fixed. Okay. We don't need 100 days. Nothing. I got a cabinet ready. I got the, yes. In the same time, we can do an overhaul. The bipartisan stuff, I don't know. If you're not playing, we're not playing, but we're going to be doing the will of the people, the majority of the people, okay? That is for the peace and the power, okay? Okay? Yes, for Presidente. So shady. Yep, fast food, own creations. Yep, dad currently in remission. Substitute many foods for him. Still managed to sneak in by McLaxatives. Yes, which is really surprising because it doesn't even mildew. Like you can put a burger in a bag with the fries, put it on a shelf. The ants won't go near it. The roaches won't touch it. You'll be able to take it down and it'll be perfectly preserved. No mildew, can't burn with molten lava, yet is a great laxative. Stress causing my headaches, right? Exactly. And then this whole environment, though, is very stressy. I mean, yes. Whatever you do, get rid of plastic. Yes. Okay. So I've been trying to use glass a lot more. And look, you guys, forever chemicals are in the toilet tissue also. The toilet tissue also, ladies. And our feminine products also. Forever chemicals is in that stuff we're sticking in our twats. And then we're wondering about why is these fertility issues and cancers and stuff. Ladies, I'm hearing bamboo is a much better thing to use on lady parts and biscuits. But yeah, we get it from every angle. You hold the plastic bag, you open the plastic container, it's in a plastic bottle. All of that forever. Right? But you also with glass, when you drink out of glass, isn't it so colder and refreshinger? I love drinking out of glass, actually. And my daddy was a glass maker. I've heard that before. Pyrex glass over here, right? BP free in this house. We BP free in this joint. Yes, where's she was over the other day when we were talking about what was the last we were on Dubai. She came over for Dubai. Yes. Oh my gosh. And you're so Sebastian. Sebastian's like, okay, I'm just going to have to wait to see what happens because until I know for sure that something happened, he's not going against Kenya. And that's understandable. That's understandable because it's just, we want to believe the best of the people that we like. And look, if I'm wrong, then, that will be something. If we're wrong, we're going to wait for more confirmation on this Still developing story. I'm sad to hear your stress. Yes, sending you prayers, positivity, and lots of relaxing energy. There's enough time. There's enough time. There's enough time. There's enough time. You're going to get it done. Everything's fine. The universe is conspiring in your favor. It's going to be all right. You're good. Kenya is far too smart for this. We hope, right? You would hope that somebody who opened their fifth, well, actually, I don't know. Look, I was just going to give her the answer to why she was too smart for it, but it's also the answer for why she could be this daft. This is her fifth grand opening, you guys. She's had as many grand openings for half the time that it took She by Charade to get designs for her white label designs. That was a 15-year journey or something, right? She's in what year what? When did she march through those marching band? When did Kenya Moore march through Marlowe's hair salon with the marching band?
This isn't the first time a hair-related topic has been at the center of controversy between Kenya and Marlowe. Back in 2019, Kenya crashed Marlowe's wig launch event with a full marching band in an attempt to promote her own line of hair products.
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, that's 5 years. 5 years of grand openings. So I'm not sure if she's as smart as she thinks she is. Candy paid for Bolo. He's contracted to her. I personally know that. His manager is cool with me. Bolo is a sweetheart. Well, he sure looks like a sweetheart on all the Queen's men, if you know what I mean. If any ladies want a nice treat, then go over to BT and see some eye candy on the Queen's men with Bolo in his G-string. I just made that up off top. See, that's what my kids have to endure. Except for sometimes I'll do it as like a full-on course, or I might do a jazz version. I break out in country music all the time. You guys already know that. Thank you. We're all praying for all of us, each other. Yes, we are. We're praying for you specifically to heal and feel better. We appreciate you. Bravo's a mess, right? They are a straight mess. They're racist slip. They're we love cons. We support frauds. Are you a bigot? All written on the bottom of their slip, welcoming the clans there in droves. The smuttier, the nastier, the slimier. Jax comes back, he gets full carte blanche. Kristen, roll out the red carpet. He's begging Stassi to come back. Begging Stassi to come back. You know, the one who called the police on the other Bravo celebrity, Faith Stowers, after Lala held a knife to her throat and Lala wants a spinoff too? Yeah. That's who is entertaining us, the devil. The devil is entertaining us. And we're letting them. We're letting them. Lord knows I need some entertainment. They're a mess. Pushing through. We can't expect someone to chat about their medical conditions. Giselle's experience with fibroids affected far more Black women than migraines, yet she did not charge much about it. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know that Giselle really did a full, maybe it was just edited like that, but Giselle's fibroid storyline was incomplete. It was like she pulled it out at the last second after causing distress among the troops for the entire time they were on the mission. And then she pulled it out like the last 3 episodes. And it just, I don't know if they chopped it up like that or what, but I feel like that's part of why she didn't make as much of an impact as she could have, because of the way she was causing so much distress. But I've never heard any of the women on any shows talk about migraines as a storyline. I've heard a fibroid storyline before. And if we knew that Kenya was suffering from migraines, I feel like that would explain. I mean, if you're walking around with migraine pain, then you might pop off. You might be somebody who's popping off a little more than other people. The mood swings might be a lot more harsh, you know. Smack to You is in the house. But yeah, also with Giselle chatting about her thing when Candace was like, your dried up uterus, like that wasn't a cool comment, but it also wasn't cool for her to be coming after her husband. So, yeah. But I get it. Smack to You's in the house, right on. Kenya could have done a migraine during the New Orleans trip when she was willed. Yes. Exactly. Kenya is nice, nasty. Yeah, nice in real life, nasty on TV. Most doctors just push meds for incentives. Yep, never paying attention to the interactions with other meds or previous illnesses, and not even fully listening to the patient to get a fullness of what's really going on and believing them. Yeah, that can happen too. Yep, the live stream from yesterday. You guys go check it out. The traditional Cree healers say no more than 3 medications at once. Hello. Any more is too many for the body, but even though they cure cancer, is still witch doctors do Western medicine. Hello. Dr. Sebi was curing the people. They did not like it. I need some bush tea from the islands. Yes. Bush tea, yes. Interaction sounds low vibrational. Yes, very low vibrational to do the pow pow and to do the explicit images of peen sucking. That's horrible. No, she did not pull a pow pow. Allegedly, after Kenya showed explicit images of the newbie Brittany sucking peen, allegedly Brittany said, I have a pow pow in my purse for bitches like you. She did not pull it. She said it. I don't know if she really had one in her purse. I don't know what size purse she had. And if she did, it was only a 22. Those can do a lot of damage though. But I don't know if she would have like really carried a pow pow to work. Well, Croy Bieberman brought a pow pow to the reunion that time, and they still let Kim be on the show. Did you guys know that? Croy had brought a pow pow to the reunion that time. So, yes, bush tea is an anti-inflammatory, helps with vitamin C as well as soursop. Caribbean markets carry either Jamaican, Bahamian tea, hibiscus tea. I love hibiscus tea. And I love hibiscus water too. Kenya's hate for the other women like Marlo, or in this case, Brittany, gets in the way of her rational thinking. She does. Yeah. Really and truly. Because actually Marlo could have sent her an invoice for ruining her thing, or even sued her in real life for ruining her event like that, if she was litigious, because that was messing with her business, and she spent a lot of money on that event. And now in this case, Brittany would get to definitely sue. Emmanuel's in the house. Thanks for being here, Manny. Let's see. Yes, hibiscus tea is so good. Yes, for blood pressure and so many other things also. Yes, I love you, mademoiselle. Yes, I would definitely know what to do as president, okay? I would definitely know what to do as president. That's like how I say, I think that dope fiends, ex-dope fiends make the best drug counselors, because they know exactly how to tell you. They know exactly what you're going through. Exactly. You can't have Nancy Reagan sitting at the White House saying, say no to drugs. Nobody wants to hear that from you. Well, unless they found out that you were in there doing the powdered sugar too. But at that point, nobody knew that. They was like, oh, look at this uppity lady looking down on us, telling us what not to do while we're trying to survive in the world. But if you get an ex-crackhead who's encouraging a crackhead to not be a crackhead, then I think that's far more believable and relatable. And you can leverage that more. I'm not saying I'm a crackhead, but as a citizen of these United States of America, I've seen enough on the other side of what is being done with the stuff that's happening from up there to here and how it gets lost in translation by the time it reaches my household. And I feel like I would have enough of that experience to know how to move forward in a solution-oriented way. You see what I'm saying? So thank you for your vote of confidence. And I hope when the time comes, I also win your vote. Can you open? Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. That would be dope. That would be so cool, Emmanuel. Oh my God. You would make the best attorney general ever. That just gave me goosebumps. You would make the best attorney general. Oh my gosh. And then Sebastian would be in charge of my international stuff. Whatever the international cabinet person does, Sebastian would be in charge of that. Okay. For sure. And then Corey could be in charge of indigenous stuff. Yeah. See, I already got people for the whole cabinet, you guys. Yes. It's also the paper receipts. Yes. You need paper receipts also. Oh, yes. Pretty glasses always make it taste better. It's not that I would want to believe the best in her. I have far more vile act to believe without concrete evidence. Yeah, you're just like, I just can't believe it. Somebody would do that stuff, right? That's it. It's not her. It's just like, that's some vile, disgusting, evil, malicious, harmful behavior you just exhibited, Kenya. If in fact this is true. Kenya more hair care. I thought you were going to say she's more openings than you have birthdays. Ooh, that would have been funny. You guys are funny. Hey, can we get the likes up? Oh, we need more likes. There's 15 people in the house. We don't have 15 likes. You guys don't like smashing on Friday? Most people have time to smash on a Friday. Come on now. Can you smash something? Smash a little something. Smash a little something. Yes, Kenya is a problem. Western medicine is not about prevention. It's about treating you after the fact. Yep, that dude that wanted to put petroleum in anything had a great idea with family banking. Get at me if you want to set one up. But all this petroleum, medicine, all that stuff, yeah. Couture Bay was in the house. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming through, babe. Yes. All right. Thank you. Yes. Secretary of State. Yes. Who would be vice president, though? That's what we need is vice president. Vice president. Now, I have an idea. See, my dad would have been a great vice president, but he passed. And my mom, she probably wouldn't want to play. Well, I have to think of that. I'll have to reconsider the vice presidency position, of course. But the rest of the cabinet, we got to figure it out. Anyway, you guys. So this has been our little go through over this alleged revenge porn displayed at the grand opening event of Kenya Moore Hair Care, where allegedly Brit, Eady, ex of Rick Ross, insurance mogul, said, I carry a pow in my purse for bitches like you. Now, it's sketchy on the timeline of when the pow statement was made. That's a little sketchy. Some people are saying that it happened before, and that's why the revenge thing happened. Some people are saying that she said something about her daughter, and that's why the revenge thing is happening. So I'm going to need somebody who knows what the F and what the timeline is for real to let us know, because I've looked everywhere. Reddit has no idea. None of the other threads have any idea or can lead me to evidence, old tweets, back and forth exchanges, or anything between these two ladies that would warrant revenge porn and pow statements. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it, you guys. I just haven't seen it. Now, 1:30. Let's see. I'm gonna copy this real quick. See if anybody wants to come up and speak their piece. You are welcome. All POVs are welcome. You know, there's enough to go around. There's enough to go around. We don't have to both be right to exist, but we both have to exist. Okay? The pow is a threat of bodily harm or even death. Yeah, it is. That is a felony threat. Well, no, actually, she didn't say. There's an implication there. I don't know. Are all threats implied? I'm going to look that up while we see if anybody's going to come up. Let's look up our threats in Georgia. Let's see. So let's go back here. What is considered a threat in Georgia? A person threatening to commit a crime of violence, release a hazardous substance, or burn or damage a property. So, a person threatening to commit a crime of violence. Now, from what I understand, in Georgia, you can have a gun in your house and even in your car. So if it being in her purse, that's not committing a crime. She didn't say, she said she has it for bitches like her. Like I'm putting on a lawyer hat, which is argue through the cracks, right? So I have a pow in my purse for bees like you. First off, Ken would have to identify as the bee she was talking about to be included in the threat. Then, if I have it, is it for you to use? Because she used the pow to get rid of criminals that day. So maybe she knows that she's a fellow pow enthusiast. And as a fellow pow enthusiast, she was saying she has a pow in her purse for bitches like her. Yeah, no, I don't know if there's a way to make that okay. RHOA is low. Yes, not giving luxury at all. Will not be watching, but you'll support my recaps. Look, I didn't watch last season. I don't know if I'm going to really watch again either. I've been on a boycott since the ladies don't want to support each other for real when it counts, and left Nene out to dry. Yes, look, that's how serious. I haven't really watched since they haven't had a conversation with Nene about that show. I don't feel it's right. And nothing they do is going to be right until they do right by Nene Leakes. And it's shown that since that's happened. And you're right, it's very low vibrational. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. None of them. It's not my cup of tea. Okay. So I don't know that I'll even be watching. We'll have to go over to Manny's TV talk and get the recaps. That's where we'll both have to go. And luckily, Manny says in 10 minutes what I take an hour to say. So that's where everybody should go for the recaps of Real Housewives of Atlanta when they come on. For a nice quick recap, we can go over there. Because I don't know that I'll be watching. I really don't. Yeah. Let's see. Anne says she specifically named Kenya by saying she has it for her and women like her. I have a pow in my purse for bitches like you. Well, that's what I'm saying. Kenya would have to identify as the bitch whom she was speaking. And that, yes. And then also, if you are the bitch of who I'm speaking, what did you do to get this threat? Is there ever a time when a threat is warranted? That should be the question. To commit any crime of violence with intent to terrorize another, directly or indirectly. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a terroristic threat. A person commits a crime of terrorist threats communicates either directly or indirectly. So that's a vague thing by, I guess, referring to the thing in her purse that could cause bodily harm. And yeah. Okay. Let's say this. Let's look up this. Okay, let's see. Yep, looks like it's true. She couldn't have meant that she was going to give it to her as a gift. I know that was like, look, I was really reaching. Yes. There's no actual threat made verbally. Yeah, so that's not a threat to say I have a pow in my purse for, yes. In that case, no recaps, right? Right? I'm just like, ugh. I just can't. I can't even do. I don't know what could make me watch this show right now. I haven't missed it. That's the other thing. I haven't watched since Nene left, and I haven't missed it, you guys. I haven't really missed it. So that's the other part. So I don't think I'll miss RHOP either, because I'm not watching this season. I'm not watching that show anymore either. Yeah, I do not agree. But thank you guys for coming through Two Larger Curves today. Happy Friday. And be sure you guys go out and get some, because there's enough to go around, right? And shine bright like a diamond and smash all the buttons on the way out. Catch you in the replay. See you in the next video. And thanks for the love and support, you guys. See you in the next video. Peace.